What is your plan to recruit more candidates to run for local offices and to help them to connect with the communities, with their communities, excuse me, on the issues that they face at the local level?
That's a great question. Chairwoman Chidi talked a lot about, Mancini talked a lot about structures and materials, but I think our weakness is not materials and structures, once again, it's relationships. And I want to harp in on that. So I want to help candidates connect with their communities. I think we need less cocktail hours and more fish fries and barbecues. And what I mean by that is I think we need to be really deeply involved and ingrained in our communities. And I want to recruit candidates that don't just have cachet in their party. I'll be honest, I'm not sure the one who's going to win the next state Senate seat. It's always necessarily going to be in the room with the Democratic Party the night of those meetings. They might not be monthly goers or quarterly goers. So when we recruit candidates, I want to recruit early. I said that we should have all our House and Senate seats for state House and Senate seats in place by Christmas 2019. We need time to run. And our federal candidates by Labor Day of 2019. We need time to run. I want to help communities. I want to help our political director. I want them to help build relationships on the ground for our local candidates. And here's how I want to change it. Right now, the political director can tell you all the great Nashville legislators. But I don't think our political director and our comms team actually has great relationships in small communities and backyards across this state. I think the entire staff structure should be outward focused. Less Church Street in Nashville and more Main Street in your community. I think it's really important that we have candidates that have connections with our staff, not just in the phone, but in the flesh. They should know each other. And we want to help them know their community as well. My ideal candidate is deeply involved in their community. And we will help them meet the right people in their community, but we need folks who are outward focused. We're not going to win these elections in these rooms. I don't want a party that's sick from being closed in on itself. I want a party that's out on the streets making arguments in the public sphere. And we're going to find candidates who can do that.
Like I was just So local can be defined a couple of different ways. We've been working with the State House and State Senate caucus to start candidate recruitment earlier every cycle. This cycle that just passed, we had over 100 candidates that we recruited together with them and their staff and their members. And that was the most that we've had at that level for in about 20 years. So that's really exciting. Local can also mean municipal and it can mean county. And again, as we're moving forward, again, remember the county parties are the connective tissue for the work that we do. The county parties know better than we do what races are coming up, right? So we have a database of the races that are coming up. They also know better where they can find the candidates, in what places they can find county commissioner to run, and in what places they can find a sheriff to run, or et cetera, et cetera. So we work very closely with the county parties to do a number of things. To first call a primary. That's not been done in every county in a really long time. Some counties just choose to run nonpartisan. We think it's important for building our bench that we have a primary in as many counties as possible at the county level. And then we work with the county party chairs to actually get that work done and recruit candidates at that level. So it is a network that has been built and built up for the last 4 years, and it is a network that we will continue to improve as we move forward.
I like to think of myself as a good delegator, although I was often called lazy by my mother when I was growing up. So there's a lot the Tennessee Democratic Party can do to recruit candidates, but it shouldn't just be us. It shouldn't be just the chair or even the county party chairs. There are other organizations that are doing this very successfully that we need to group into our circle. And I'll tell you, I'm going to come back to Emerge because it's been a huge influence in my life over the last couple of years. We've already put 150 women through training, and some of them, one is Jody Jones, who is the first Democrat to ever be elected to county commission in Johnson City. So I would honestly, I'd like to utilize the organizations that are already in existence, doing the training and getting people into office like Emerge. But I'd also like to steal an idea from the Republicans. about 20 or 30 years ago, they started a program called Red to the Roots. And they would go out, they would look for the deacon of the Baptist church, the most successful used car dealer in a small town, and then they would send somebody out to them, 1 minute, Lynn. They would send somebody out to them. It might be the highest ranking Republican official they could get, which back then was not a very high ranking person, and they would go to them and they would make that very personalized relationship pitch like Chris mentioned, where they would say, what are you gonna do with the rest of your life? What's your legacy gonna be to your children and your grandchildren? We're not here as partisans. It just happens that we're Republicans, and we will help you, we will train you, we will give you the resources if you run. And so, listen, I am all about stealing good ideas. If they work for somebody else, they're gonna work for us too, because I think we're smarter. So let's steal from the Republicans, let's steal their idea, and let's use the organizations that are already doing this kind of work.